Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, the Too Opinionated podcast could really use your help. And it's easy, it's free. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, imdb.com, named us a top 100 podcast. We came in at number 82. That's a big deal because there's 15 million podcasts and growing. So to be named to anybody's top 100 list, pretty big deal for us. And the way you can help is to go to imdb.com, look up the Too Opinionated podcast, and that's it. Just bringing our page up. That traffic really helps us out. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. All we ask is that you subscribe. It's also free, but that really helps us to attract these amazing guests that we keep bringing on the program. And that's it. 2 easy ways for you to support us, and we would really appreciate the help. Now let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got actress, director, author, Christina Cooper. So welcome, Christina.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here.
I probably left some out. You wear a lot of hats.
I'm all over the place. I'm just like trying everything and whatever sticks at this point.
I think it's good to be, kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You got to be versatile.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Well, so Christine, I like to start this way. Tell me a little bit about your background. What got you into the entertainment business? Such a difficult business to kind of break into. What made you want to do that?
Yeah, I think let's see where I started. I know when I was younger, my dad used to take us, me and my little sister, to these like $3 movies every other Sunday. There was like this theater that had like $3 movie theater tickets every Sunday or every other Sunday. But my dad would take us, and that was kind of like my first experience with like the film world.
Yeah.
And it was just always a way to like kind of like get away from things that were happening like in real life, because I had just ups and downs, growing up and stuff like that. So it was just a way for me to kind of be in that world for a
Yeah.
second. And also too, I feel like film is such a great way to like inspire people and inspire positive
Agree.
change. And I feel like every time I left a movie, I learned something. I was like inspired in some way, even when I was little. So I just fell in love with it. And I actually, which I haven't mentioned in many interviews, if any at all, that I actually started off doing background work. I did do some background acting when I first got into the
Really?
film world. Yeah. So I
I
worked
think
from the
that's a
ground
great
up.
way
I
to
worked for
break
it.
in. I think background work's a great way to break in because it
Yeah.
just gets you it takes
Warmed
away some
up.
of the nerves because you get used to set, just being on
Yes,
set.
definitely. So I did that. And my I've been in a few different projects, but my first project was for something on Netflix, and um, I just kind of grew from there and got inspired to get behind the camera because the director was a female director, and I was like, oh, like we could do that too. Okay, well, let me, see if I can do it. So just kind of taking it day by day from there on. So yeah.
Well, do you have a preference being in front or behind the camera?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm kind of still figuring it out a little bit, but I do like acting a lot. And then I do like producing too and directing. So I feel like I'm just kind of like finding my way and trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Producing can be a lot of fun, but it depends on the type of producing you're doing. Because if you're just helping to fund it, not too
Yeah.
difficult. But most of the time, you're
Right.
doing all the things.
Right. No, definitely, definitely. It can be difficult.
Yeah, yeah. Producer is it doesn't really tell you everything
Yes.
that's involved in producing. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah, and um, I don't know what it is too. It's like it's a lot, but like at the same time, I love the stress that comes with
Yeah.
it. Like it's just like so much, and it just it keeps you going. But and I also too, I was honored to finally make it into the Producers Guild of America. So
Oh, very
that was
nice.
like one of something I was really happy and grateful about. But yeah, I do love producing. That's like one of my things. I don't know what it is. I
What's
just love
the
it.
criteria to get into that guild as opposed to just the Actors Guild?
Yeah, so for the Producers Guild, there's like a few, I think it depends like what category, if
Yeah.
it's like TV, film, theatrical, there's like a whole bunch of different categories, but I know um the option that I fit into was I had three producer credits that were on television. So I guess that qualified me, and then you need like I think two referrals if I'm not mistaken,
Oh, very
someone that's
nice.
like in the guild.
Yeah, so it's
So
not just anybody can join in. You got to do a little bit.
gotta do a little work, just a little work, a little hustle bustle. So
Have you always been a writer?
um yeah, I used to write like a lot of poetry, I
Yeah.
guess, growing up, but I did like my first project I ever did that got picked up by BET. I did write that. And I directed and produced it and acted in it. I would never do all four of those again because that was
A
just
lot.
yeah, and it's like when you do too many roles too, I feel like at once you can't really put 100% into each
Yeah.
one. So that's something that I've learned to kind of just build a team of people, that I can trust and rely on, and they believe in me too. Because I think my very first project that I did that BET picked up when I was doing all those different roles at once, I kind of was like reaching out. To people like, via social
Yeah.
media that I didn't know to like see if they would help, be a part of it or collaborate or maybe work for like a lower rate. And there were some people that, were interested, and there were some people that maybe didn't really bite into it and, kind of didn't pay too much attention to me. So I just kind of was like, hey, let me just, put on my pants and figure
Right.
it out. So I ended up like working two jobs at the time, delivering, well, not delivering, but like returning some of the film equipment like
Yeah.
on the bus because I didn't have a car at the time. It was crazy.
You're out there
And
hustling.
I was hustling. I was hustling, and
What was the name of the project?
that one was called South Central Love. That was
Oh
my
yeah. Yeah.
very first one. Yeah, and it was very, I funded it myself, so it was pretty low budget. But by I don't know how it happened, but BET ended up picking it up, and that's kind of I feel like what has helped me propel like with my directing and producing because now that's opened up more doors to work with like Hulu, Netflix, and I'm just trying to
Yeah.
keep it going and keep building. So that's the goal.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's not easy to get anything on a
Yes.
network or on a streamer, either one. But once you
Yeah.
get the first one, it's a little easier the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. It helps. It helps a lot because they want us like, okay, well, what have you done before? What networks have you worked with and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to, keep that going, hopefully.
Well, it's similar to in this way to podcasting. When we first
Yeah.
started, we had to have people kind of take pity on us and come on the show because we had no, we hadn't done anything.
Right.
We had no background, no credentials. But once
Right.
you start getting a few in there, it builds. Once
Mm-hmm.
that you're not just joking around, you can
Right.
build something with it. And acting, directing, writing, it's all similar to that.
It
You have to
is.
have somebody take a chance on you.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it is. And yeah, it was Larissa at BET. She was the one that gave me that opportunity, and I'm just forever grateful. And it's just building on from there. And I just and
We're
I just
still in
want
the
to continue to grow.
process, putting it together.
It is, yeah, it is. It really is, yeah.
Did you do some? You did some work with Disney?
Yeah, so right now I've been doing like some smaller things with them, like
Yeah,
Disney's behind the animation. So like it's
yeah,
kind of
that's what
like
I
where we
saw.
yeah, we interview some of like the different Disney story artists and animators that like have done like the Moana 2, Tarzan. Um
Well, I
uh
saw that you got to go see Moana 2, the premiere.
yes,
And
the
I'm
permit
assuming
yes.
that's the connection. You had that connection with Disney.
Yeah, and it was great. I really love just the whole Moana franchise
Oh my
because
gosh, yeah.
I just love it. And I love
I'm in
Hawaii too.
the grandfather stage, so I'm a pawpaw. Moana
Oh, so
very popular with the grand.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, so there's that. And then there's some other things coming up with them too that I'll be able to announce pretty soon. So just trying to, just kind of trying to build these relationships and just keep growing. So I'm excited about that. and hopefully that'll just turn into more things working with them.
Well, the nice thing with Disney, at least just from afar watching,
Yeah.
they see once you're kind of in with them, they just keep coming back to you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that is the goal.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty
That's
good.
the goal.
So
Thank
the
you.
the new one that
Yes.
came out last month was
Hmm.
Sugar Baby.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about that one. What is Sugar Baby about? I got an idea.
Yes.
Well, actually, I know what it's about. We watched, but
Right.
we did. I'll tell because I think it came out like maybe the day before Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And we taped it, and then that was part of our Valentine's night. Except we did it a day late
Nice.
because my wife was in Portugal, so I had to
Oh
wait until to
wow.
come back. So we
Mhm.
watched it a day late or a day after Valentine's
Day
Day.
after,
That was
yeah.
technically our Valentine.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so with that project, that one was for BET, and it was oh well, starring also Lance Gross. He's been in the game
He's a good
for a
actor.
minute. Yeah, he's a great actor. I mean, I consider him a legend. I feel like he's been in the game for a long time. He's talented, extremely humble and kind, which helped a lot. Me being, fresher to the game, because I'm still, like learning and stuff like that as
Yeah.
an actress. So, it was great. But yeah, the movie, I would say, a lot of people would think of it as a love story, which I guess it can be some type of, love story, but at the same
Complicated though.
time, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you
I
say?
said it's complicated though.
Oh, yes, it is. It definitely is. It got really complicated. But I also feel like it's a coming of age story at the same time, because she's kind of like my character Jade is like finding herself and figuring out like what love means to her. And also, I feel like and I could relate to her character, or to her as a character, in a way too, when it came to like, I feel like from the beginning of the movie to the end, she kind of finds her way in like living for herself and what makes her happy, instead of like living to please everybody else. And that's something that I've struggled with, of always being just too nice and just putting everybody else first, which I feel like there's a good balance between that. But I've been working on trying to put myself first, and
Well,
like what makes
if
me happy.
if you're happy and you're taking care of yourself, then you're probably better prepared to help other people. That's how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, but there's lots of similarities, I feel like, that I could relate with the character. And
Well, you were
yeah.
terrific in it. It
Thank
and
you.
the chemistry between you and Lance really good. I thought it was really good. Which I always look for that because I'm not a real big special effects guy. I'm more I like dialogue and character development. Story.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and this one had a really interesting story. Like I don't think we've seen this one before. This
Yeah, very different.
variation, and I
Yeah.
love
Kind of Pretty
that.
Woman vibes, but a little
It
different
really
sound.
did. It really
Yeah.
did. And I love that. And I thought you were so terrific in it. It's
Thank you. That means a
my
lot.
wife said to tell you that when you smile, it makes
Uh-huh.
everybody happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God,
There you
please tell her thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. Oh my God, that means so
go.
much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's a
Please tell
good
her
date
thank you.
movie.
Thank you. I really I've never taken any acting classes. So one of my goals this year
Really?
is to take not one, more than one, but start that
Yeah.
journey, just to grow. So like that means a lot, like coming from you and from both of you guys, that so thank you.
No, that's
Thank
actually
you.
really impressive that you've never
Thank
had any
you.
formal training.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
not yet. But
It's
coming
hard to
soon,
tell
because I know the
what you'll
grace.
get into.
Right. So I'm excited for that. But thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate
No,
that.
it was such a good watch. And BET, the last
Yeah.
say 5 or 10 years, they've
Yeah.
kind of stepped up their programming. Like they're putting out
Yeah.
some really good stuff,
Yeah.
especially
Even some
movies.
shows.
Oh, the shows
Yeah.
are great, but
Some
I'm
of the
loving the
shows.
movies they're putting out because they're
Yeah.
kind of like they're doubling down on some of the romance and the drama, and it's really good.
Yeah. It's really, really juicy stuff.
It is.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's they make for good couple viewing. It's good
Yes.
date stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. romance,
Yeah.
rom-coms.
Yeah, little rom-coms. Yeah.
Rom-com. Love a good rom-com.
Did you did I see that you had you did your own show for a little while?
Yeah, like a talk show kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like a little talk show thing.
Yeah, I kind of did that for a little bit. I'm supposed to be doing that again soon, but I've been like filming a lot on the acting side,
Yeah.
so trying to pace myself for my mental health. But yeah, I do want to dive back into that, but I try to find ways like projects that I work on or even like my own stuff as long as it's like inspiring or promoting some type of positive change is like my goal. So I've been trying to like strategize. I'm like strategize, kind of like what I want to do with the show or who I'm going to interview and stuff like that. But we have had like a few, I guess, like celebrity guests on the show in the past, and like little cooking segments and like little fun stuff like that
Yeah,
that
that's
aired.
fun.
Yeah, on the Arroyo channel, which is out here in LA, in like LA and Pasadena area. So like more
Yeah.
like local channels. But yeah, I do want to kind of tap into that again this year and build on that and shoot some more episodes. But just getting these projects together and some
I
other
love
things
that
coming
though
up.
that you do some of that because it
Thank
just
you.
adds, when somebody wants you to do something, they can look at that and be like, well, she can handle being a host. So yeah,
Yes,
that
yes.
I think did you kind of, did you create that opportunity or did somebody help you with that?
Yeah, well, so for that, the talk show portion, it started off with me kind of creating that on my own.
Yeah.
And then there's a studio out here that's based in Pasadena. They kind of helped me kind of build on that. And I also shot some stuff at Manhattan Beach Studios. They also helped me with a lot of things when I was filming I think it was like the second portion or like the second season of
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I'm really big on like creating your own opportunities because
I
it's
love
hard to
that.
break into the
Well,
industry, you
it
know?
is. That's I love that
Yeah.
you're doing that, and
Thank you.
you've written some self published books as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've written some books as well. I feel like I'm all over the place. Yeah, I've written some books as well. I used to model like kind of in the beginning stages of when I
Yeah.
got a little before I got into acting. Yeah. So I did like a book on my experience modeling and like, how upcoming models can
I
learn
think
how to
that
like
way, if you were wanting to be a model, that would be a great book to use as a resource because it's somebody that's been through
yes.
it. So
Yep, exactly. Yep. And I'm working on some how-to books as well, like for, getting signed to an agency as a model and independent filmmaking and stuff like that. So I'm working on that too. But I do have that. And even my South Central Love movie, I turned it into a book too. So I have that on Barnes and Noble. So I'm just,
I'm guessing you're one of those people that operate on about 4 hours sleep a night.
it's getting there. It is getting there. It's getting there. But I'm just trying to work hard so that I can relax later and just take care of my family. That is the goal.
Well,
So.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mhm.
once you accomplish that, then you can relax.
Then I can relax. That's how I
So,
feel. Yeah. So, but I'm
maybe a
trying to
little
find
bit
that
down the
balance.
road, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. Day by day. Day by day.
Did I see that? I'm going to try to hit all of it, but you've done so much. But did I see you work with Kanye for a little bit?
Oh yeah. So I directed a music video. It was like an animated music video
Yeah,
for Osby, and Kanye was on the song. So it was a cool experience with that too. It was just mainly like animated, but I got to have like say so on like the visual layout. It's pretty simple, but I feel like people
pretty
loved it.
cool.
And it was pretty dope. Yeah, and the song's dope too.
Yeah, yeah,
So
the song's really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an honor, definitely. And that kind of, I think that was in the beginning stages of me getting into directing too. So that I feel like kind of opened up more doors too with like, because I started off doing like some music video directing and
Yeah.
then kind of branched off into that.
How did you get your first directing job? Was it just because you were already doing your own stuff and then that kind of showed you could do it, or did somebody say, "Why don't
Yes.
you try it?" Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because South Central Love was my first directing thing, which was the project that I wrote and
Yeah.
produced. And I think that's opened up doors for me with that. It's just kind of like, okay, well, she did one. Let's see if she could do it again. And
That's really impressive because usually if you're acting, it takes
uh-huh.
a while to get to the directing part.
It
But you
does.
kind
It
of
really
jumped ahead a
does.
little bit.
I did. And you know what? I think I kind of like when I first started with the act, because when I first started I kind of just jumped into like all three. It was like directing,
Yeah.
acting, and producing at once. But I kind of feel like I felt like I had to because I wanted to get the project out there. But
Right.
if I could choose, I probably would have started with acting and like would want to do it, for a period of time and then get into directing. But I also do kind of feel like it's helped me learn a little bit about each position. So I kind of like
Yeah.
it helps me better as an actress and then a little better as a
Yeah.
director and as I continue to learn. But it's a lot. And then also too, I feel like, at least for me personally, I feel like it humbles me. Because when I'm on set, I try to be, nice and kind and
Of
respectful to like
course.
everybody
Yeah.
on set, from the PAs to,
Well,
whoever
you
it
never
is.
know. At some point,
And
they may be having a project that you want to work
exactly.
with them on.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've seen that happen. I've seen interviews of that happening with well-known producers now that
Yeah.
start off as PAs and actresses that were like rude to them. And, I feel like character is like how you treat someone that can do nothing for you. So I just always try to be kind to everybody.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to just go through life, whatever your
Yeah.
profession is.
Whatever. Exactly. Yep.
You
I
just never
agree.
know. At
Yeah.
some point, your positions may be reversed.
That too. That too. And it just feels good just to be kind to people. Like life is hard enough, I feel
Well,
like.
it's so
So
much less stressful.
definitely. Yeah.
I never understand when people are just cranky all the time. I was like, that has to be
Yeah.
stressful.
Right. No, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Is there a genre that you haven't really got to do yet that you would like to do?
Yes. There is well, I've done drama, but there is horror, which I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
shooting something later this year for that, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
horror is something I want to
Are
do.
you the killer or the victim?
Ah, that's a good one. Kind of both.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really
I
interesting,
don't
but
think you do regular projects. All your stuff has a twist.
it's a twist. I know there's always a twist in there. I think the only project that was a little more, at least for my character, that was kind of like grounded and not too much going on was the most recent. Well, one of them, but besides Sugar Baby, was a project called Omaha,
Oh,
which premiered at Sundance and did really great. Directed by
nice.
Cole Webley, super super talented. But yeah, that project was really great.
Did you get to go to
John
Sundance?
I didn't. I was gonna go, but I was filming, and the schedules was just it was crazy. But they killed it over there.
Yeah.
John McGarrow's in it. He was I think
Oh,
nominated for a Golden Globe if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah. He
mistaken.
was. Yeah.
Yes, so it was an honor to be like in a scene with him and learn from him. He's super talented. I played Lizette in that project, and I feel like I'm losing my track of mind because I'm rambling on.
No,
But
no, that's really good. We were out Sundance in
oh,
2020, and it's
nice.
like we came back and
Uh-huh.
immediately everything shut down.
Oh, I know. That was
It's
like
a cool
COVID.
experience though, but it's so
I
cold
know. And
where
it's
it's warm.
cold. Yeah. I
And
saw
it's
the
small.
snow.
It's you expect it to be this huge area, and it's like a
Yeah.
couple blocks. That's,
Right.
but it's just
Yeah.
it's just jammed.
It's
Every
jammed.
building has something going on. It's cool.
Yes. 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 And I do want to tap into comedy too. I was gonna throw that in
I
there.
was going to throw comedy out there because you've got you've got the type of personality I think could be really funny.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
really
kind of
funny.
fun and positive, and that usually works.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like I got a joke or two. I
Yeah.
have like a goofy side, so I definitely and I kind of have like dry humor, but I definitely like want to tap into comedy. Like I love
Comedy's
Amy
hard though.
Schumer.
It's kind of
Yeah.
because it has a rhythm to it. It's kind of like music. You
Yes.
have to
The
have the
pacing.
timing down.
The timing, yes, I know, I know. Ah, yeah, so definitely want to tap into that. I love me some Amy Schumer though. So
Oh my gosh. Did you see her
she's
newest one?
I was watching it last night and I was like, I just had to keep replaying it. I was like, that is hilarious. I was just she's
She's
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah, she's
She's
funny.
hilarious.
Like
Yeah.
doesn't even try and she's funny.
Doesn't even exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to
So
ask you about I saw you were working on one called Black Samurai. And I'm
yes.
I'm nerdy.
Yes.
Samurai kind of fit in my my wheelhouse.
Oh,
So I wanted to ask you about that.
nice.
What's that one about? Because I know you're still working on that.
Still working on it. Yeah. So that one is a little tricky because I don't know if there was another studio I think that was in the works with something
Yeah.
similar. So me and the co-producer were kind of figuring out if we're going that route still. But
Yeah.
originally it was supposed to be based on a real life samurai. I think it was a black samurai that was based in I don't remember what part of Japan, but I was working with a co-writer on the
Yeah.
script and yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring
Well, that's a great
something.
idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. And you know, I come from a half Asian background. My
Yeah.
dad's Jamaican, but my mom's Chinese, and I just kind of I want to be versatile and eventually tap into like projects that explore other, you know,
Yeah.
communities and regions and races and all that stuff. So,
Well, it gives the bonus of you probably get to go visit while you're
and that
doing
too.
it. That's not terrible.
Exactly. Can never turn that down.
Well, I hope you get to make that one because that
Yes.
one sounded like a really good idea.
Yes. Well, if it happens, maybe we can, you know, bring you on set or
I'm
something.
ready.
Yes.
Come
Yes, we can
on.
make that happen.
We, anytime I will travel, and I'm
Yes.
cheap.
Right. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
You can pretty much get me if you just say, this city we're in has really good food. And I'll be like, okay, I'm coming.
Yep, I'm the same. I'm the same. Long as there's food there, I'm there.
That's like, it's probably not the best thing, but number one on my travel priority is what kind of food do they have? We're
Right.
going.
Yeah, that's always a good question. And
Yeah.
that's why too, even being on set, I feel like set, like majority of the time they have amazing food and food choices. And I'm slim, but like I'm a foodie. Like I
Yeah.
love food.
Yeah. Me
Love food.
too. And
Yeah.
I'm in West Virginia and we've got some good
Mhm.
restaurants here, but 2020 hit us really hard. The
Um,
restaurants closed.
closed down.
So we
Yeah.
tend to travel, and that's
Mhm.
where I go and kind of experience my food.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. That's the best way to live. I think life is short. Why not, you know, see the
Yeah,
world, see what else is out there?
see what's out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
with you. I think
Yep.
that's kind of the way to go. I was trying to think. Um, Tell me about the streaming platform because I did want to ask you about
Yeah.
that because that's big. That's neat.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still working on it though, and I'm
Yeah,
kind of just pacing myself with everything like management wise, so I'm
yeah.
not putting too much on my plate. But that is something that I've been kind of working on and seeing, you know, where things could go with that. But I
Is the
wanted
idea that you would have like you create your own app and people would go to the app to get to the platform?
yeah, so it would be just like Netflix,
Yeah,
Hulu, yeah, basically stuff like that. And then it would be like a login situation where it'd be like a monthly fee and you'd get access to um either some of my original projects that I'm currently like working on and stuff like that, or other, because there's kind of like how, you know, like when you watch Netflix, they might have like their Netflix originals, but they also have like
right.
movies like a Kevin Hart movie or like, you know, like old
Yeah,
movies
you
or
get some
stuff like
older
that,
stuff. Yeah,
like licensing stuff. Yeah, so it'll kind of be a mixture of that. But I kind of was, oh, I'm kind of still in the process of brainstorming how do I want to make this different. And because the thing is, like, you know, when you get into a market like that, you're competing with like the
yep.
Netflixes, the Hulus, the stars, you know, all that stuff. So I just kind of want to figure out how can I make it different um for like the everyday person, or even like maybe like an aspiring filmmaker, maybe a platform that showcases like upcoming filmmakers that
Yeah.
can't get access to Netflix or stuff
I
like
mean
that.
that's
So
ambitious. That's impressive. You don't
thank
you don't
you.
tend to dream small. I don't think.
I know. I know. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I think, yeah, I
Well,
don't
if
know.
if you need content, come holler.
Yeah, oh, I definitely. We could even have a
We'll
show,
bring our
podcast show.
1,000 episodes over.
Let's do it. I'm totally down. Let's make it happen because we'll definitely need like some TV shows too.
That's
So we
what
can
I'm
definitely have like a
thinking.
podcast show. Yeah, definitely.
There you
definitely.
go. You've
Yeah.
already signed your first.
Right. First deal signed. Signed, sealed, delivered.
No, that's really cool. I've
Thank
known
you.
a few people that have worked on their own apps, and they've got them
Nice.
up and running, but it takes a little bit.
It takes the time to get that. Yeah. Yeah. And I think marketing is going to play a huge thing too. And I'm just kind of just strategizing, maybe getting some shows where maybe we have like a high profile, like an A-list talent or like someone with like a high social media following to bring that traction. So just kind of mapping it
Yeah.
out and figuring out what works. But I really want to be able to give opportunities to people that have talent that just, maybe don't. Because even when I started, I had no idea how to get to BT or how to get to Netflix or Hulu or Disney or any of these people. So if I can, be someone that's a little more accessible to people that, want
Yeah.
to, get stuff out there, then I'd love to try to do that.
I think it's a great idea.
Thank
Great
you.
idea. Yeah, please
Thank
keep me updated on that one.
I will definitely,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely.
I can help
Yes.
with that too. We'll promote for you.
Yes.
We'll get
I
that
love
channel out
that.
there.
Yeah. Yes. That would be amazing. No, I
No,
appreciate that.
I love your ideas because
Thank you.
it's not like you're not out there trying to get opportunities and
Right.
but you're not waiting on them either. You're working
Yeah.
on your own too, and I love that. Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always been taught closed mouths don't get fed. And I used to be really shy. I still can be a little shy,
Same. Yeah.
but I've learned to kind of, speak up and just ask, hey, because at this point I'm used to, you kind of get used to rejection. Sometimes you get a no, sometimes you get a yes. So I've just learned to just see what they say, just ask,
It
see,
doesn't hurt
and
to
if
ask.
it doesn't hurt
Well,
to
and you
ask.
have to make some noise and it's not always easy, but you have to
Yeah.
promote yourself just to
Yes.
get above the noise. I mean,
Yes.
so much.
Yes, definitely.
If you're just
Definitely.
kind of passive, you're probably not going to get noticed.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Because sometimes opportunity comes knocking, but sometimes you got to go and knock.
You got
So,
to knock. That's right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or at least, yell, hey, come over here.
Hey, yeah. Hey, over here. Hi.
Well,
Yes,
Christine, I
definitely.
appreciate you taking a little time with us. This has
No, of
been terrific.
course.
I think you're so talented and you're just
Thank
getting
you.
started. It's so impressive how
You.
much you've done already. And I
Thank you
know
so
there's
much.
so
It means
much
a
more
lot.
coming.
Thank you. Yes, I hope so. I really hope so. Hope this is, the beginning of more to come. But so far, it's been good since this project came out. I've been getting booked for more stuff. So
Oh, that's
I'm just
awesome.
trying to take it day by day, day by day.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just keep moving
Yes.
forward. So a
Mhm.
couple things though before I let you go.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Anything else that you're working on that we can keep an eye out for?
Yes. Besides the I'm sorry, besides the Sugar Baby project,
Yeah. Which
I
everybody
would
should watch that one. It's a terrific movie. Yeah.
oh
And
thank you. Definitely
bring
watch
a
it.
date. It's a good date movie.
Yeah, so one of the yeah, yeah. And then two, I have to definitely shout out Megamind CEO Tressa. She's the producer on the project, Sean, and the director Jamal. Of course, Lance, great actor. All the other castmates, super talented. And then Natasha Ward, who casted me for. I just got to shout that out real quick.
But
But
yeah,
with the projects,
let's give some love to the casting
yeah,
director.
yes, and the crew, everyone. I'm just so thankful for everybody. But I would say I think it would just be the Omaha project right now.
Yeah.
Because there'll be since it did so well at Sundance, there will be like another release for it for the world to see in theaters and probably distribution wise. So waiting for that to come out.
Awesome.
And what else? Some more stuff with Disney coming soon, and that horror movie, which I don't have the name for it yet that I can release, but will be coming
Yeah.
soon. So just that good stuff for
The
now.
horror movie
Yeah.
where you're playing all the roles.
All the roles, right? The killer and the victim and the security officer that's like, hey, what are you doing?
So I'm assuming once you get the details on that one, you'll put it
Yeah.
on social media. So where can we find you on social media?
Yes. So on social media, you guys can follow me on Instagram at the Christina Cooper, and it's a CH.
I love the.
I know a
That's
funny story behind that. My Instagram used to be something crazy.
Yeah.
And my agent was like, you need to change that. And she suggested the Christina Cooper. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, she did good. She
She
did
did
good.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
when we're younger, we always kind of just go with whatever.
Yeah, it
But
was
as
like,
you're trying to establish yourself, it's easier if you're easy to find.
yeah, exactly. Not like XWO chow mein or something. Mine was like, I think it was like 2 trill for chow mein. I don't know, it was like something random.
Well, my son that does the podcast with me is his
Oh,
name's Brett,
uh-huh.
and thankfully he does all the hard stuff, the editing, the
Wow.
marketing. He does all that. He's a children's librarian during the day, and then
Oh, love
podcast stuff.
that.
Yeah,
That's
he's
awesome.
terrific. But when we started the podcast,
Yeah.
he was still using an AOL
Oh,
email.
yeah. That sounds about right.
I was like, you've got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
We got to update you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That is hilarious. Oh my
I didn't even know
goodness.
they were still out there.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I asked him, I was like, are you getting any emails? And he's like, no.
Oh my goodness.
Even
That is
spam email
funny.
doesn't know how to find you.
Right. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. That's
Well,
funny.
Christina, open invitation. Anytime you want to come back, just reach out. We'll make it.
Thank you. I definitely will. As soon as these new things come up and the next Disney stuff, I'll definitely
Yeah, come back. Give us
be
an
in
update.
touch. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, hold on one
Thank you.
second. Christina Cooper, how terrific was she? Talented young woman, and so versatile. She's doing so much so quickly. That's very impressive. Keep an eye out for Christina. I think you're going to hear so much more from her. The current movie is Sugar Baby, and it's on BET. Should be able to get on demand. They're probably still showing it. She plays Jade, and it's yeah, I won't spoil it. I won't give it away, but it's twisty and a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. Bring a date. It's better with someone else, so you can kind of share the experience. But it's a good one. You'll enjoy that. And then keep an eye out for her other projects that we talked about on the episode. She got a bunch coming out. I think we hit everything I wanted to hit. She did an episode of Dear White People, which is an excellent show, Netflix show. So we didn't hit that one, but otherwise, I think we got everything. She's just so busy. If you're finding us for the first time and you liked it, thank you. But I've got good news for you. We've done this. Currently, we're at 922 episodes. We tend to put out about 4 episodes a week, although since February, we've been putting out 5 a week because thankfully, it's a good problem to have. We've had a lot of requests for interviews. So we've been putting out 5 a week, but normally it's 4 weekly. And we'd love to have your support. It's real easy to do. It's free. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please subscribe. Those subscriptions don't cost you anything, but they really help us out. Helps us to bring these terrific guests on. Our website's meistercon.com. I got a little excited when I said website, but our website's meistercon.com, and you can find all of those episodes, audio and video versions. It'll let you know if we're doing anything in studio, if we're covering a convention, going on location, joining a streaming network, whatever we're doing, be on the website, meistercon.com. So please check us out there. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.